Hello guys and welcome in 7 channel. Today we have a simple mnemonic. It's for Horner syndrome. It's called sample, but before we start this mnemonic, I would like to add a little bit of explanation. It's a very simple explanation. Okay, so in Horner syndrome we have a defect in a sympathetic specific region. Actually, it starts from the hypothalamus. This is the first order neuron, and there's a synapse in the lateral horn of the spinal cord. Here we have the second order neuron, and just ascends in the sympathetic chain till reaches the superior cervical ganglion. Here we have the third order neuron, divides into three divisions. The first one also has further two divisions, one to the sweaty glands of the forehead, the lower one to the smooth muscle of the eyelid, the superior tarsal muscle or the molar muscle is the same name. Okay, it only contributes to 10% of the upper eyelid elevation. Then the middle division to the pupillary dilator, i.e. pupil dilation, okay, causes pupil dilation, this is the function. And the lower one for sweaty glands of the face, okay. So in Horner syndrome, we have a defect in this pathway. So this pathway is no longer working. And this is the mnemonic for it. S stands for sympathetic chain lesion, as we discussed. A for anhidrosis, i.e. loss of sweating in the affected side of the face, okay? Here it's not very visible actually in this picture, but you need to remember this. A for also anisocoria, i.e. unequal pupil size, okay? As we see here, one is one eye has meiosis and the other one has mydriasis. M for meiosis, as we see here, okay, i.e. pupil constriction, and P for ptosis, okay. That's it. This is a partial ptosis. Actually, you need to remember this. It's a partial ptosis because it only contributes to 10% of the tarsal muscle. You know, because this one is no longer working, so the tarsal muscle no longer elevates the eyelid, and it's only 10% of the total function. So it's a partial ptosis and not complete ptosis. Meiosis, we know, also a defect to the long ciliary nerve. Okay, so the pupillary dilator is no longer working. So we have meiosis instead. Okay, and anisocoria subsequently. Okay. Ill for loss of the ciliospinal reflex. It's actually the same as meiosis because you know we have this is the spinal cord. This is the long ciliary nerve. So this pathway is no longer working. So we call it loss of the ciliospinal reflex. Okay. And E for enophthalmos, and it's actually a pseudo enophthalmos because enophthalmos, i.e., sunk eye. Okay, sunken eye, as we see here. So it's a pseudo enophthalmos. The eye, it's not actually the breast, but due to the partial ptosis and the meiosis here, so it seems a little bit like the eye is the breast, but it's not. Okay, so it's pseudo enophthalmos, partial ptosis, meiosis, so loss of cilio, spinal reflex, anhidrosis, anisocoria, and sympathetic chain lesion. Sample.